All right, good morning, boys. What is up? Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, made around 550 times 5 is 3. Let's just say $3,500 today trading the Nasdaq. That is on Tradeify and my personal account. I took one trade on Tradeify and two on my personal. I will go over both of them right now. I lost 300 on the first and made 1,000 on the second. Same thing with Tradeify. I only made 600. I'm gonna go over those trades right now. So coming into market open, right? Let me delete this shit. We didn't even move overnight. I wanted personally, I thought we were opening at 6 p.m. so close to this daily gap, right? If you look, price made a daily gap, which is beautiful for longs, right? You literally sweep previous day low and then you push higher towards all-time highs. It is that simple. That is what I want to see happen, right? However, if you look at the hourly time frame, I don't know what the fuck this shit show is. This is this leg up right here. This entire move from, what time is this? 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. makes zero sense. Did you make an SMT at a high? I don't even think you did. You didn't. It makes no sense, right? So, no SMT at the high. Price just rallied up for no fucking reason. Not going to judge it. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, there's nothing to it. We have a 4-hour bearish order block here that price is still respecting. So, we're still respecting a 4-hour bearish order block. On the hourly time frame, you can see we have what is now low resistance liquidity resting below us, aligned with a daily fair value gap. On top of that, you can see we close below this body's candle, creating an hourly order block. All right, so we tap into this hourly order block, which is also aligned with this 15-minute bearish gap. So we have a 15-minute bearish gap aligned with an hourly order block and a clear daily unfilled resting below us. On top of that, look at the 15-minute time frame again. Or let's look at the 1 minute because the 1 minute is cleaner, honestly. Right? Let's get rid of our entries. All right, this is our hourly order block right here. Negative means bearish, right? So you have a bearish 1-hour order block right here on the 5-minute time frame from range high to range low, right? This range was never balanced. We tap into OTE of the range to the tick. To the tick. A 1-hour order block is aligned with OTE of the range, right? So I go short on my personal account around here, I believe. Or actually, I think it was here. I think I bottom ticked it. Yeah, well, because I lost like 340, so it's a little more than 15 points. That makes sense, yeah. Target was, of course. Honestly, it was here, just to be safe. This is the unfilled daily. This is how close we edged it. That's crazy. How many times we've edged it. Wait, that's not. It's here. We edged it to the tick. Why can't I find it? Is it not this low? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we edged. That's crazy. W edge though, because if not, we would not have gotten this trade in. All right, so I see this low, which is literally the same shit as the daily low, just safer target. So this is my trade, the first trade. Now, what is different from the first trade than the second trade? Absolutely nothing. I actually like the first one even more because the first one swept this high and made a 5-minute change instead of delivery. The first one is honestly better quality than the second one. I think I just traded too early in pre-market. It was 9 a.m. I needed the hourly candle to expand higher, and that was my mistake. Right? So once we got an open high at 9 a.m. and we're still trading within OTE of the range, we're also in a 15-minute bearish gap and a 1-hour bearish order block. I'm looking for really any entry to go short. And I know market open, these kinds of days from just experience, will always deliver with very, very high volume, right? And I wanted this 5-minute inverse because if this 5-minute were to inverse, we would also potentially get I believe it was a 15-minute CISD. If price were to go down here, we'd get a 15-minute CISD and a 5-minute inverse, which would be perfect for shorts. I would have gone in with heavier size on my personal account. If you see, I only made 920. I would have gone in with 2 contracts if we personally, which would have made like 2,000. So I would have personally went in with 2 contracts if we closed below the 5-minute, but we didn't. So I didn't get enough confirmation. So I did go very light on risk, right? Did we even tap this order block? I guess we tapped this order block, right? But besides that, we didn't really get much confirmation off this push up besides the fact that I want price to push lower. And we're still trading in a 15-minute bearish gap, so I went ahead. We did get a 1-minute CISD and respected it. Then again, damn, holy reversal. What I tell you guys about sweeping previous day low in a gap and then pushing higher. And you had an SMT at the low because ES is still doing some choppy ass shit. Valid entries for these longs. I actually don't know. I don't trade like this, so I would never know. Something like that. I don't even trade this way. I can't catch longs in this kind of positioning. Right, this is my trade of the day. Was based off 15-minute bearish gap, 1 hour bearish order block. And then first trade, I actually like even more. Like I said, we got a 5-minute change in state and delivery. Right here. Just 9 a.m. didn't open high enough, I guess. But we got to change the delivery on the 5-minute going short towards these lows. I did see price made a 15-minute bullish gap here. So the take profits for the day was the intermediate low inside the 15-minute bullish gap. Why? Because price can do something like this. Sweep the low and then push higher. Internal lows within sell side and buy side imbalances are very prominent draws on liquidity. So we have that low. Look how juicy this low looks. Crazy wick, right? So we have this 15-minute low, and then we have this juicy wick, and then we have the unfilled daily below us, right? So on Tradeify, what I actually took was this, because of the fucking 20% consistency rule on the straight to fundeds, right? So if you guys do pick up Tradeify accounts, I recommend straight to funds just because you don't have to deal with the eval, and if you use, not even plugging it in, if you use my code, which matches the best discount code or whatever code you want to fucking use, I don't care. It really is the same price after a normal funded account after activation. Like when Tradeify is 40% off or 30% off, their accounts are like 300 something for instant fundings. And that's the same you're going to pay if you use TopStep. So it's honestly worth it, right? So I use, what's it called? Instant fundings, and I got entered right here at 929 open. I liked it. I liked the rejection from CISD. Entered here, stops above this high, risking like 250. It was like 250 per trade. Take profit here. Oh, why didn't you take profit at one of your actual draws on liquidity? Because I was going for a $600 day. That is what I aim for on the Tradeify accounts, and I got like what 500 something, like close enough. Maybe weird fill, but like I said, besides a 15-minute gap. Right, we did make a 3-minute order block and tapped into it, but that was at market open. I entered before market open. I entered off the fact that we created a 2-minute CISD and respected it. That is all I entered off. The respect of this 2-minute CISD right here. I don't know why I didn't say that sooner. I was low-key yapping. But the actual trade is based off hourly order block, 15-minute gap, right? OT of the range, 2-minute CISD to the downside targeting on unfilled daily, especially because of market open. I know market open is always going to bring a lot of volatility to the market. A lot of you guys ask why I trade market open. It causes a lot of manipulation. If the setup presents itself, and it is correct, market open will not manipulate you out of the trade. It will actually boost the fuck out of whatever trade you're in or increase the volatility, right? So in hindsight, the trade I took on my, what's it called? This is the take profit I took on my personal account. It was like 45 points. Right, so this is the trade on the personal account, this is the trade on Tradeify, and this is the actual trade idea. Right. Overall, great trade, very happy with it. I do expect the market to reverse now because you have an SMT at previous day low, you're in a daily bullish gap. I guess you're still rejecting, the 15-minute is still bearish. So I'm big on, and you just got a 15-minute CISD. Damn, we're dumping. I'm also big on waiting for more confirmation, so I would never take these longs. Right? Like if you see here, I took this trade based off of a 4-hour order block getting respected up here. Watch out at trade continuation. 4-hour order block, 1-hour order block, 15-minute gap, as well as OTE of the range, right? And then on top of that, I did wait for a 5-minute CISD here, but I didn't get that, so then I got a 2-minute CISD up here and I took that one, right? Overall, very clean trading day. Really happy with the way I traded. If you guys have any questions about these, feel free to leave a comment. I will be there to answer. Hope you guys have a great fucking day. If you do want to pick up funded accounts, make sure you go to Alpha Future or Tradeify and use code Ale. I will see you boys tomorrow for another trade recap. Trade safe and peace out, bro. Trade safe. Peace.